everyone, and welcome to another episode of Just Us Dads. Thank you for tuning in to another Dadversation. Are we all comfortable with our seating arrangements? Chris had to...
Who's been spitting on this mic?
You're the only one that's used this.
It smells like saliva. It's your saliva.
I can accept that.
I what's it called? Purelled it or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
Lysol wiped it.
You know what? Even with Lysol though, like if the microphone has been like used and abused, like there's a little hint of saliva always. It stays there forever.
It always stays there forever.
It always stays there forever.
Thank you guys for joining.
It smells like enzyme.
Thank you for joining the episode. Do us a favor, guys. Pause right now the episode. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. We're trying to grow the community over there, so do us all a favor and support us. Of course, you can follow us and subscribe on all audio platforms. And don't be shy. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, you can rate it. You can give us a couple stars. You can comment. It triggers, apparently, the algorithm.
Yes.
A couple words there that I learned. Yeah.
Nice. I saw it. Good job, man. Good job.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aside from the fact that look, George doesn't look comfortable at all. He's adamant about turning kind of sideways so he can face the cameras, and now Chris kind of went on that side of the table, and it feels like he's over your shoulder. Yeah.
I just needed to hide my belly, and I think it's
who's been giving you comments
ever since that red shirt. I don't feel comfortable.
It's funny because right before we pressed record, it's like, I don't care, bro. I'm completely confident. I don't give a shit.
Absolutely, I don't get embarrassed. All right, that's fine. No, I just find it's better angles. You know, it looks better. And you know what? Everyone has a good profile, man, and that's your right profile.
The table conveniently covers his belly.
It does.
Yeah.
Don't forget your
duck face. Oh my goodness!
The duck face became very, very popular, and there's people that are overdoing it.
Yeah, I don't. You don't hear too much about it now, though. A couple of years ago, though, like maybe 5 to 10 years ago, the duck face was the only thing. I think it had its own hashtag or something.
Yeah. But you know what it is? It's like because people want to look serious. So it's like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to look stupid with my mouth. So what do I do with my mouth? So people close it, and they end up closing it.
It's the opposite. The opposite of a smile.
Exactly. But people have overdone that.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. I'm just double checking on the cameras, making sure we're recording. Yeah, everything is fine. Guys, I want to come back to what we spoke about last episode. And for those who haven't listened to the episode, you can go listen to it, or I'll...
Should I go listen to it before
I'll put you guys up to speed. I told you that I feel horrible because I'm so antisocial, and my wife is...
But you're not, man.
I know I'm not,
you're misusing the word, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not antisocial. I just don't feel like talking to people. So what? Isn't that antisocial?
No, that's fine, man.
That's not true. You don't feel like meeting new people.
Yeah, like talking whatever.
This is what happens to people after a certain age.
Yeah. You're not antisocial. You're just not a social butterfly like your wife is.
So here's what happened. So basically, the last episode we spoke about that and how she goes and we pick up the girls from school and she's talking to everybody and she's exchanging numbers with parents. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So last week, it's funny because right before this episode went, live at noon or whatever time we put it.
How amazing would it be if you just said viral?
Right before it went viral, the 30 views, right before it hit those 30 views. She went in the morning, she dropped off the girls at school, and she came back. She's like, you know what I did? I'm like, yeah, what's happening? Well, I spoke with some teachers there that were there, with the parents and everything, and I'm gonna start volunteering at the library. Like, what?
Who's gonna volunteer?
My wife.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Somehow George is volunteering too. He just doesn't know it yet.
That was my first question. I'm like, am I coming with you?
Am I involved?
She goes, no. I just, why not? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like...
I think you're going to need a second car.
I'm like, why? Like, why? Well, she goes, it's fun. There's nothing else to do during the day. Why not, I'm like... Okay, like, what are you going to do? You're going to be putting books? She goes, whatever, I don't know. I'll just go help out. And, they needed volunteers. So I gave my name and that's it.
So they might call her, they might not.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea how this works.
I think they're going to call her on the bake sales.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. But Yeah, she's like, it's good. Like, I think it's important, maybe we should, do stuff around the environment, the teachers and everyone, maybe they should get to know us and us get to know them.
For help for certain workshops and stuff.
Whatever, man. I don't know. And I'm thinking this couldn't have come at a better time. We spoke about how completely opposites we were when it came to shit like this. And you went off to volunteer.
Perfect example.
Oh, jeez, man. Yeah, I don't know.
It's good though. It's good because yeah.
Look how afraid of it he is.
No, but it doesn't. You're not involved. You're fine, man.
I'm not involved now. I just have a feeling that if she does it, and if I don't know, she's like a daily. Yeah, I don't know.
No, nobody volunteers daily.
Whatever, I don't know, man. Whatever, like a weekly, like 2 days a week or once a week, whatever it is. Some point down the line, there's gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're doing a little fundraiser for the library, and you know what I mean. You want to come? You want to come take pictures? We need a photographer or we need a videographer. I told him he had a camera. So it's Saturday at 5 p.m. Okay, get ready.
Yeah, I don't want to kill it for you, but he said something and his spit went right in.
It's right there.
No, right in your water. No, there's one that went right in your water. There's one that went in your water.
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
bro. Sorry,
you should drink it.
Yeah. So
Seriously?
no,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Bro. He's fucking with you.
It actually came out, then it split.
Does your wife volunteer?
Well, we both have. But like a one-off event, they needed somebody.
Yeah.
We were available. One time she took a day off.
For you, it's different. It's different because your wife actually works at the school, so it's like she's.
No. The question is, has Chris volunteered?
For school, yeah, a little bit.
No, you have. I remember
I volunteered a lot.
you did a couple fundraisers.
I think the problem is people should volunteer more. Yeah. There's not enough volunteering.
Yeah.
And if I would change one thing, would be to volunteer more. And I have volunteered my time, because it's one thing to give your money, but there's something a little bit more noble when you give your time.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel better, and it's maybe more needed.
Yeah.
So So it's a good thing to teach your kids, I think. So it's a good thing.
So your kids' schools have fundraisers?
All the time.
Not ours.
Really?
All the time.
How come?
We have bake sales. We have pizza night. We have all sorts of stuff.
Bro, maybe the parents' committee isn't.
Maybe they're not reaching out to us.
Yeah, maybe they're not up there. Maybe they need a change. Maybe you should go in there and like give them a kick in the ass.
Maybe they have too much money.
Or that. Maybe they don't need. Maybe they don't need money.
Also, we need money. Our schools need money.
That's sad.
Yeah. No, it's part of it though.
Do you think at some point that schools, and I'm talking about the kids now, because I mean we've all volunteered, we've seen volunteers, we've worked with volunteers, obviously we see the benefits of it. Do you think at some point the schools should have, like I was thinking about this the other day, like part of their curriculum, they should be graded on their volunteering, like outside or inside the school or outside the school, get the kids at a decent age, right? We're not talking about
I was thinking,
we're not talking about grade ones now.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, whatever. I mean, no, but like to a point where they actually know that they're contributing to something, they can understand that they're making a difference. So like let's say I don't know, grade 4, 5, 6, for example, the older grades, where they get a grade, it's mandatory. You need to volunteer. The school comes in contact with different organizations, either in the area or that they work with, and they're like, these are a list of organizations. We want your kids to start volunteering for the entire year, and they'll be graded on it.
Yeah.
And I think because obviously the parent is going to accompany the kid. Chances are, mostly, maybe not, but chance. So it's going to get the parents also involved in stuff. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe get that spirit of volunteerism active again, because it's dying completely.
No, I hear you, man. But I wouldn't grade it. I think this is something that should be encouraged.
There's a way to reward it.
Yeah.
I remember in elementary school they made us do it. They would give us a sheet, and we called it the jogathon.
The jogathon?
Yeah, so you were tasked with running, 50 or 100 laps, and you would go door to door, store to store, and say, look, I'm going to jog this many laps. Are you willing to sponsor me?
Wow, okay.
How much are you going to give me per lap? So I'll give you 10 cents a lap, and they'd give you $5 or whatever.
Right.
And then whoever raised the most would get coupons, and with the coupons, there's prize giveaways. And the extra money goes to whatever they needed it for.
Yeah.
And they forced us to volunteer.
Yeah.
But, I heard about some other kids who would use it and lie about the jogathon, just keep the money. Nobody I knew. But they made photocopies and just kept on doing it all year long.
We don't know what the name is, but the initials are GP.
They made
GP.
photocopies. Like school is out in the summer. George is going around. Are you going to sponsor me? We're doing a jogathon at school.
Which George? I don't know who's the George.
Let's say we call him George.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's call him George for the sake of
Just for the sake of everything.
It works.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So I just think that like how many kids volunteer?
Look,
Not enough.
Look, they should. And you know what? It's not only volunteering. They have to understand to volunteer their time. They need to do things without a reward. So it's not only volunteering, right? And they should do things to raise money.
Yeah.
The thing with you know who did it right? The Scouts did it right. I was part of the Scouts, and we had the system which was badges.
Right.
So you did, let's say you were musical, right? And you knew how to play an instrument. Well, you got the badge with the guitar or the instrument. Let's say you went in some kind of old folk home and you helped. Well, you got the care.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you did some kind of skill. Well, you had the skill badge.
Right.
So what you do is
It was cool because it kept them in, like it encouraged them to get as many badges
how many
as
stars
possible.
can I get? How many badges I can get? So now there was incentive, and whatever you were doing good. So you weren't compensated with money, but it was a reward, and you were proud of it. You were proud to wear it. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't grade it, but I would reward it. And I think most schools encourage volunteering.
Right.
You know what happens? You know who doesn't encourage volunteering like they should?
Yeah.
Parents.
That's true.
I would even tell my kid to go work for somebody for free. A lot of people are going to hear that and going to say, it's crazy. No. That's how you learn from mentors.
Yeah.
Mentorship is, you know what? You go there.
You watch, you
You're like
shadow.
you're like a sponge. Get everything you can. You don't need to get paid. What you get is more valuable.
Right.
Right? So yeah, not enough volunteering. I agree.
But scouting is dying as well.
Yeah. You know what?
Like I don't know how it's across Canada. I don't know how it's going, but I know that in our community it's nearly dead.
I think they still have it in Laval, but it wasn't like when I was young. Like
I
we
remember.
were hundreds of kids.
Yeah. I wasn't part of them, but I remember because I had family that were in there, and I had friends that were part of the Scouts.
Oh, it was good.
And I remember there was huge.
There was camping trips. There was tournaments. There were the dance. There were banquets. There were all sorts of stuff that we did. Oh, awesome. And I thought about it. I'm like, how can I get my son involved? Man, they're dying out.
Yeah.
That's sad because this is work in the trenches. It's not academic work.
Yeah.
It's like teamwork.
It's hands-on. It's hands-on
It's
stuff.
synergy.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like survival. It's like, okay, how do you care for other people? Let's get together. And that's amazing. That's not what's taught in school anymore. So it's a little bit sad that doesn't exist anymore.
And it's good for those kids who weren't too athletic. They could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
They could feel.
Yeah, maybe they can find different interests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely something that maybe people should think of reviving. Bringing back. Amazing.
But you're right with the parents, though, man. And I wonder.
It's probably one of the reasons it's dying out. It's because the parents don't bring their kids.
Well, I think obviously the times have changed to the point where, there's much more families now that are entrepreneurs. Like back in our day, how many families did you know? How many dads or moms did you know that had business? Moms, almost none.
Yeah,
almost none.
It was.
And dads, maybe a handful.
You're referring to our community, though.
Yeah. Well, the people that we got to know, but even the neighborhood. I mean, most of the people were middle class.
Yeah.
The working class families,
blue collar, white collar.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's different. Now there's a lot more people that have their own business that have so many headaches, and even if they don't have their own business, they have achieved certain levels in their in the workplace where they're high level executives or whatever, and it's no longer the 9 to 5, right? I mean, it's like you're bringing work home, you have all these responsibilities. The last thing on your mind is okay, let me go. I don't know, volunteer with my kid. They know that the weekend there's the sport and the activities, and so yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe the family setting has changed dramatically.
Yeah. I'm going to come back to what I said.
We live in a society where we both have to work, right?
Yeah.
So that right there, there's somebody who doesn't. There's not that person who has more time than the other.
Right.
And I was going to come back to that. That's what we said before. The problem is with time because everyone kind of donates. So it's easier to write a check for $100, $50, $200, do it twice a year, 3 times a year, and it's like, oh, you know what? I contributed. I had my feel good moment. I'm done.
Yeah.
But that's easy.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to say, look, I'm gonna put, I don't know, 100 hours in the year, right, or 200 hours in the year, and I'm gonna
and commit to it.
and commit to it, and that's what's missing. So we do care, but we don't care the right way. And to get back to your entrepreneurs, there's this big thing now in schools. A lot of people want to link philanthropy with entrepreneurship. So you have something called the I don't know, how would you put it if you put those two words together?
I don't even know.
Philanthropreneur, something like that.
Philanthropreneur.
Philanthropreneur, whatever they call it. And that's good too, because when you have a nonprofit, you kind of need volunteers, or some people are paid. But now, if you're able to marry or couple entrepreneurship with philanthropy, I find that's more powerful. And there's a lot more kids now that are more in tune with entrepreneurs. Like they see YouTube sensations,
Right.
They see people that are doing great stuff, and they're attracted by that. So maybe volunteerism could kind of become like a What is it?
Philopreneur.
Philanthropreneur. Let's call it that.
Philanthropreneurship.
No, but you know what I'm saying? At least entrepreneurship with a kind of a social conscience.
Right.
A philanthropical conscience to it.
Right.
And you're seeing that pushed in schools. So it's encouraged. So it's not encouraged. You know what? It's mostly parents.
Yeah.
Because when they're too young, you got to bring them. You got to take them. So you have to invest their time and your time, right?
Whatever. I don't want to sit here and shit on parents.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying it's a responsibility that, and I don't blame them.
But they should encourage them so that when they get to a point where the kids are conscious of certain things or they have certain interests and they want to see things develop or get better, they could volunteer to improve them.
Absolutely. You know? And it could start with just picking up the balls, like you said, the balls, the gym balls, right? They could start by picking up the balls, the nets. So you said grade 1 is too young. It's not too young. Mm-hmm. They go downstairs to the gym and they help out.
It's funny you bring that up. I remember I was picking up my son from soccer practice.
The young one?
No, the older one.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who likes it. the one I don't have to stop at the door from running away.
The guy who likes it.
So they all have to funnel back to one gate where they spray their hand with the Purell and everything. Yeah. And they start asking them can you bring all the gear, get the nets, get the balls, la, 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 la. So they're all taking turns grabbing as much as they can. And there's this one parent tells his kid to go from the other door and they just start gunning it.
No, they just left.
And he's holding his hand, he's walking fast. I'm
Yeah.
dude, you just talk.
They got other shit, bro. The guy has an agenda, man. He's got to be somewhere.
No, man.
Let's go. Everything is calculated.
No, but you know what?
Soccer's 2 hours. I need to be somewhere at 2 hours.
Not
and 15.
to judge that guy, but what you can say is like,
It took 45 seconds.
yeah, man.
In 45 seconds, and you helped. My kid went twice. Basically, he went for that kid.
Yeah.
And my son came back both times carrying shit like.
But you see, that's
dropping
the
and stopping
basics.
to pick it all back up. He anyway.
That's the basics.
I was disappointed in that parent.
Yeah. There's a guy, I forget his name.
And he was Greek.
Robert. No, don't say that. His name was George.
His son's name was George.
Yeah, what were you saying? There's a guy?
Robert Fulghum. I'm butchering his name. Something like that. But he wrote a book called Everything I Need to Know. Everything I Really Need to Know, I learned in kindergarten. Mm-hmm. And those are the basics that you learn in kindergarten. So
get the shit, put it back in the box.
Yeah.
It's not mine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you do something bad, apologize. Clean after your mess. It's simple stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? When seriously, when a parent doesn't make the kid responsible, you're not teaching him, or you're unteaching what was taught.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's simple stuff. Kindergarten is a very good structure.
It went beyond. He taught him how to just avoid. Duck and hide.
That's what I'm saying. It's parents. Think about it. If your dad is constantly telling you to do something, you're going to do it. Right? When you're, it's like if you, or at least you lead by example and you do it. And you say, come with me.
Yeah.
Come with me. It could be for the soccer team. It could be for the parents. It could be for the bake sale. It could be for your community. It could be for, there's no shortage of places where you could, serve your time.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't mean to judge parents or shit on parents. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that if it was more encouraged, we'll have more of that.
No,
because
at least teach them, because the parents can't always commit to personal time. It's hard. We have to accept that too.
And it's true. And it's hard. It is hard.
But pass on the value.
Yeah. So I try to make it a point in our family. But look, like I said, if I had to go back, I would do more of it. Now that in retrospect, right, I would do more. I would give more of my time. But now I'm conscious about it, so I'm not gonna let that slip with
my son
my
was
kids.
asking me actually a few weeks ago. He's like, "Did you ever volunteer, Baba?" I'm Let me think. I'm like, I remember you know Chris asking me to go play somewhere, and we never got paid. So yeah, I did.
Well, yeah, that is a form. That is a form.
That's volunteering.
I've done it countless times. You know, or mentoring students. A lot of times, it's like my office hours will be closed, and you know what? I would have 7-8 hours with a student. There's a student that has called me but that's me giving back. Yeah. You know,
what if you help like if somebody's in a personal crisis and you're offering a lot of personal time to think and consider and help and like, I mean, do you consider that volunteering?
Like what, like therapy kind of thing?
Well, maybe, I guess.
No, I consider that helping a friend.
I don't know about therapy, but
I don't think that's volunteering. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, why not? It's definitely good. You're definitely making an impact.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Even though you don't want to be partaking, you just feel bad for the person.
But that's that's
a gray zone.
Yeah, it's a gray zone. But yeah, so good for your wife, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Because your days are just as free as hers.
We don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm not sure if I think she did send in her, an email or I don't know, whatever she had sent in
something official
to confirm. Yeah, I don't know, but no. So far, I don't know, but maybe it's still early.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a good word.
They usually need something around the holidays or Halloween. They need some people to volunteer.
But it's also, just to add, it's also about networking, right? You meet new people. Yeah. You know what? You get to, you're adding people to your network, and you know it's give and take.
I think that's what I don't feel like doing. I don't know why, because
I'll tell you.
That was the basis of my job, right? For over so long, and I just feel like, okay, I don't want to see people anymore. Like, I'm done with it, and it's bad. It's bad. Like, why would you not want to talk to people, right?
Yeah. Look, you know what? You've had your break, and now the context has changed, so it won't be the same experience.
Yeah. Different now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of early in the school session, I wanna talk about something that you said, because we were supposed to record, I think, yesterday, and Chris like, I'm not so sure. Alex has her parent teachers thing, and I was like, wait a second, man. What parent teacher meeting? The school session just started.
No, we had one yesterday.
Of course,
what?
Man. Yeah.
It was just a Zoom call for them to set expectations.
There you go.
We had that like the first week when school started. I think the second day or something. Meeting with the parents.
This is the equivalent.
Yeah, but we're talking about like almost a month in now.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a few weeks.
Well, a few weeks.
2 weeks.
It's still the beginning.
Yeah.
It's exactly what he said. It's setting the expectation.
Here's what I'm gonna do. This is the program. This is how I work.
It's like, hey, and you know what? Because I see it. I've been a teacher. My wife's a teacher. I've had kids at school, so I've seen every angle. A lot of times, it's like these parents are like, there's the teacher is nervous too. Yeah. The teacher has new. I don't want to call them clients, but new acquaintances.
Yeah.
They're responsible for the children. At the same time, they need to set the tone.
Right.
At the same time, they know they're going to get judged, right? So there's all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean?
The parents are thinking, who's it going to be this time around?
Yeah, but
okay, let's meet the new teacher.
And all
now.
they want to know,
she better be good.
Yeah, and then you have the parents, why two blue books? Why a yellow pen?
But that I'm sorry, man, but they're right. Come on, man. Why? Like, it seems as though it's like, I don't know. When it just feels like when I was in school, they had a list.
Stop comparing to when you were in
you need this many of this. Now it needs to be plastic and yellow, and then it has to have a pocket folder on the inside, and the other one needs to be transparent, and then it's color coded. It's like
that way they explain it once. Go get that thing, and they describe it like this, and it's the same for everybody.
And think about it this way: like, what would your kid understand more? You take out the book where we write our poems, or it's like everyone the yellow book. Yeah. So it makes it easy.
Yeah,
they know what it represents.
Yeah.
Teachers are not crazy. There's something in their mind.
Yeah, it's making it simpler for them.
Yeah, they have a plan.
Just a pain in the ass for the parents, though.
But the most important thing is, through these meetings, they want to establish some kind of rapport.
Yeah.
Connect with the parents and say, "Hey, look, we're collaborating here. Help me, and I'll help you."
Yeah. Does Alex get emails like on a frequent basis from parents?
Well, the ones that she
Always.
writes too.
Always, man.
All the time.
Always. That's the relationship.
I've written 4 to just one of my kids.
Because of circumstances.
Yeah. When I teach in college, I get hundreds, and every
From the
email
parents or
is
from the kids.
no.
Well, there it's for the kids.
it's for the kids.
Yeah, but there it's different. It's a different level. They want to help a certain thing. I mean,
there's certain-
the new college students.
Yeah,
they need their parents to voice their
There's
opinion.
certain things, but whatever. You sign stuff for this. You can't say shit. All I'm going to say is that, students have different needs. Sometimes the student doesn't understand. Sometimes the student needs more help. Sometimes they need clarity. Sometimes it's just like, you know what? I don't have anybody else to talk to. I need to talk to you.
What if he's just a naturally born asshole?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's that, right?
maybe it's a good. Maybe
It's in the statistics, man.
like, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing because again, and I'm gonna go back to our time.
But why is it a bad thing?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, does it happen? Like, our parents, like, on a weekly basis, just saying, "Hi, by the way, he did this. Is that good?" Like, they're always checking in with the teacher, constantly communicating because it just feels like, again,
If
when
the
we were there,
parent- look, if
it
the
was
parent-
like 4 meetings a year. Whenever they went to pick up the report card, and that's it.
That's still there. That's still there.
You know what I mean? The parents didn't communicate. They're like, "You're going to school. She'll take care of you. Don't bother." Like, it was 100% trust in the teacher.
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't have emails back in the day. Like,
Well,
I'm just thinking, like, if that was our time,
let's-
maybe our
let's
parents would.
Put the global picture here. Our parents didn't speak the language and preferred not to speak to them because they were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they knew that if you're hearing from the teacher because your kid did something terrible and you're going to have to beat him.
Yeah, that's opening a whole other
they were-
can
it
of
was a
worms.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
Like I receive emails daily. You're going to be receiving emails daily from your
I do.
teachers.
No, I do.
And don't forget, it's like
But it's more informative stuff. It's not because I'm communicating with the teacher and she's replying to me. Because
There will-
I've never done that.
there will be that.
My wife, maybe in the beginning.
you're gonna communicate. You're gonna have some questions that you want answers to. You're gonna have certain things where it's like, did you really? You know what?
Sometimes you want to catch your kid in a lie. Yeah.
Coming from experience.
Yeah.
You just want to know how a certain thing went. You gave him your expectations and you said, "Look, this is the task I'm giving you. I need you to go there and do this."
Yeah.
And you want to know if he did without. And then when you ask him, you want to know if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky, but at the same time, I agree.
There's
with
so
you
much
that-
we can say.
No, but
At the same time, I agree with you at some level because it's a part of their life that they should be managing themselves. Like my kid should deal with his relationship with his teacher and his class, and like it's his life. It's his to balance.
I don't
He has
know,
to.
man.
No,
Yeah,
that-
but
I
he's at,
figured
he's
it out
at
for
an age now
myself.
where you still kind of need to be there, no?
It's not hard to just follow.
What do you mean be there?
Like, does the kid understand at that age that, okay, this is something that I have to deal with my teacher, or do, like, I got to tell my father needs to get involved? Like, I don't know. I just feel like they're at an age where they don't necessarily understand that what you said, like, this is just between me and the teacher kind of thing.
Well, I think they do understand.
Yeah.
They prefer it that way.
Okay.
They like having a relationship that doesn't involve you.
Yeah.
They like that there's another adult. That,
You mean the parent?
well, the student as well.
I missed something.
Like,
Sorry.
Like I mean, my son, I could tell he takes pride in saying he has a teacher that has nothing to do with him.
Okay. You're talking about the relationship strictly between him and his teacher.
Him and his teacher, his school life,
Of course.
his classmates, his friends.
It's like another bubble that he's in.
It's his own. It's something that they manage. And,
Yeah.
and it teaches
That's
them
his
to
first micro society. That's his
Exactly.
first glimpse to society.
Exactly.
I feel very bad for teachers these days, man. And this isn't just now, because I remember back a number of years when, because my sister is a teacher, and she used to tell me stories back then that fucking parents come in telling them how to do their job and questioning them on certain things, and it's like, what are you doing, man? I remember telling my sister, I'm like, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna find out where this parent works, go to his office, sit down, and tell him how to do his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that simple.
She's not
know
going
what
to
I
do
mean?
that, and you sound like one of the parents right now.
No, but no,
It's not that simple,
No,
man.
I'm not. I'm not.
You're
sounding
right.
like a parent.
You're right, because the paradigm has shifted. It used to be. That's why I'm saying when a teacher does a Zoom meeting
The parents are taking the power out of their hands.
or the parent-teacher meeting, what is it? It's me, teacher, you, parent. We're together. We're the team.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the agenda. I'm setting the expectations,
Yeah.
and this is what I think me and you can work together
Right.
to help your kid, my student. So that was the paradigm. Now it's like you see that sometimes it's like student and parent. That's the collaboration. That's the team against the teacher. That's
Yeah.
where it's wrong.
Right.
And
Right.
the kid could do no wrong all the time.
Yeah, and it's like, just to answer the other question you said before that I didn't get a chance to answer. It's you are going to get those emails, and you are going to write emails. Don't say never.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm not saying never. I'm just saying how often does it happen? Because I know it happens.
It's going to happen because there's something's going to. It's not going to be clear.
Yeah.
The second your kid, and I know I think we wrote a blog on this. Grades for me are not that important.
Yeah.
But you know what? When you see a 98, your mind thinks, why isn't it on 100? So you're not gonna see what he missed. You're probably gonna try and see why did the teacher take out those 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
mentality changes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a few of those. We've been trained not to think like that. I don't think like that.
Yeah.
I even look at the grade. It's like, what did you do? What did you learn? Tell me more.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You got it. Next. You know, I don't judge him on grades.
Right.
A lot of people do, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't do it. But you are gonna send a couple of emails, George.
Yeah. So parents are special. I'm asking that question because, look, I don't know. I don't think my wife. I mean, I don't even know, to be honest with you. But I don't think she's been sending messages. But I'm just curious to know because
How do you not know?
I don't know. Because I'm not really involved there. Like, she communicates with the teacher, but I know that she has sent a couple emails that usually was in the beginning, just information on what she needs to buy and if what we got was okay, like that kind of stuff, you know.
You're lucky, man.
But no, I remember back from my sister's time that she was telling me like they're a mess. These parents are like.
Well, it's not all of them, okay?
No. We're not generalizing, but there were enough for her to be stressed about it. And I was like, "What are you doing, man? Just focus on your job. Forget about the fucking parents."
There's definitely parents that can make
Well, you can't
the
ignore
teacher's
them
life
either.
difficult.
George, when it has to do with their kid or whatever,
not
that's
arguing with you.
fine. But when they're coming and telling you, I spoke to little Jason, and he wasn't thinking that when he was writing this, it wasn't. He was actually thinking that it was right. Like you graded him wrong on like. Get the fuck out of my classroom, man. Get out. Like
Perfectionist.
you know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Yeah. Look, let's end it here.
Chris doesn't want to
Dude,
think
like I have 44 stories like that came to me like boom, like
Before you can start saying one.
Yeah, it's like, but they allow it, and you know what?
Don't use names.
No. It's just I can't even say the story.
There was,
let's end it here, man.
Let me tell you a story. And this, I don't know. Cause
No. Let's not share stories.
No. Because I wasn't on the call. My wife was on the call, and I thought it was the first or second day, or maybe even before the school started, or whatever. The day before, whatever. It was really early. It was exactly that for the teachers to get to know the parents, whatever. So my wife is listening in on the Zoom call, whatever. And there's this father who is adamant about letting everyone know that his daughter is in the figure skating, I don't know, some championship thing
I
program.
think you're sharing too much right now.
No, man. No, but she's like, and he's like, okay, but Friday she's got to leave at noon, right? Because she's in the championship, blah, 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 and this and that. And my wife's like, why would he? Why would he?
He's proud.
Yeah,
Of course
that's
he's
his
proud.
pride and joy, right?
But
there.
it's like, dude, there's like another 20, 25 parents here. Nobody gives a shit. Talk to the teacher privately. Figure it out. Can you just allow her to finish what she had to say?
Yeah. Unfortunately, people don't think like that. People think that,
God.
that.
Or maybe he saw it as his only opportunity to talk to the teacher before the event.
But that's sad, man. Especially now with the email. Send an email, dude.
I
hey,
think
by
you
the
wanted
way,
to show off. You
Yeah.
wanted to. Look.
and it's fine. Okay, good for your daughter, man. We're all gonna cheer for her one day. That's fine, But it's like you're taking up precious time here.
But that's what the thing is. People are too concerned with them.
Yeah.
They're too concerned with their world,
the
and they
high
want to
society.
expand the world outwards. And it's like they want to make you part of their world or their problems.
Look,
you know?
I don't know how I'm going to be as a parent. Nobody can project in the future and think, how protective we're going to be and how, whatever the word is.
Protective in what sense you mean?
Like in a sense, like this far, like, oh, let me do this and go like completely out of their way and like make sure that you have this. Like I'm like George. When it comes to school, you go there, listen to your teacher. I want to be the least involved as possible. That's who's in charge when you're there.
But I just
You know
be
what I
clear, over there, I don't want to be involved. At home,
Oh, guaranteed.
I'll
Exactly.
tutoring and all that.
Like, I don't want to be this controlling parent that has to, at all times, know what the teacher said, what, happened, how's my kid, did she do it? Just let them be, man. They know what they're doing.
Let me just add to that.
In general, they know
Let me add to that because that's the whole essence. You got it. And I think that way.
And again, I don't know how I'm going to be. Maybe I'll transform
but
to the most
the essence
psychotic
is
parent,
this.
but I hope I don't.
You're understanding the dynamic because you're the support system to the school.
Right.
It's not right?
Yeah.
It's not the school, the support system to your house.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. If you understand, if you make that distinction, you get it. Parents are supposed to support the teachers.
Encourage what the teacher says.
That's right.
In general, I mean, unless you fall on some complete lunatic teacher, which
well, let the institution deal with that. And obviously, you're going to complain, and you could write whatever you want, and there's a way to complain.
Yeah.
No, but even shitty teachers, our kids have to learn to deal with bad teachers.
It.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
have to cope with what
Yeah.
they are.
Exactly.
You're gonna have shitty bosses in life too.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Adjust.
It's not everyone that thinks that way. And a lot of people feel more entitled. A lot of people have this idea that they need to control more. They need to know every aspect. And they're
obsessed with deciding. They want to decide for them.
Yeah, that's why there's the term is helicopter parenting, or now it's bulldozer parenting. Meaning it's like I'll ravage everything.
Plow.
Yeah, make sure the kid has the smoothest road to
It's like the
walk
kid
on.
got into a fight in the play yard, and I'm gonna show up to school and I'm gonna go find that kid who did it, and I'm gonna tell him off. I'm gonna tear him in your ear.
We had those when we were kids.
Wait, there you're hitting a sensitive. Like I've thought of shit like this, and I'm thinking,
No.
if anyone hurts my kid,
Yeah, but
man.
don't do that. Yeah, but you can't do that. First of all,
Can you imagine? You're looking out in the courtyard. You see me just throwing kids around.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It sounds familiar with the same last name.
that could be criminal. You know what I mean? No, but you have to trust the process, and the process is not perfect. That's what parents don't understand.
Yeah.
There's no perfect teacher. There's no perfect system. There's no perfect institution. But you're there to make the best out of it. And I don't know, man. But let's end it there, man. We keep going.
Change of topic.
As long as you find a way to get them to enjoy their time at school.
Yes.
The kids
And
the-
enjoy learning.
Yeah, so far, man. Knock on wood. My eldest fucking loves it. She loves it, man. She enjoys it. She comes
Good.
home. She's so proud of everything she did. She wants to show us.
That's very good.
Fuck, man. Like honestly, I hope it stays like this.
Because that's what happens to most kids. That's where they really lose their thirst for ingenuity, creativity, innovation, right?
When? What do you mean when?
Around school. Think about it.
They
right?
lose it.
Well, they start losing it, yeah. If the teachers aren't careful and the institution is not careful, kids could lose it.
Right.
And once they go into high school and they've been turned off by learning and they're thinking learning is annoying, it's mundane, there's no interest, I hate this, why am I forced to?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You've associated learning with something bad.
Yeah.
How are you going to... And then what happens is once you're done with school, instead of you thinking, okay, now the learning begins, you're like, I don't want to learn anymore. I'm done with learning. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And schools are responsible. I don't mean just elementary school. I also mean high school.
Yeah.
But that's what happens, man. Think about it. Most kids, look, when they're young, they ask questions.
I was wondering.
Yeah, it was glue. I don't know what that was, but most kids are asking questions,
One of
right?
George's boogers.
Think about it. You have a kid. What is that? What is that? What is that for? What do you call that? 1,000 questions. By the time they're done with school, they don't ask any questions. They're done because they've been discouraged.
Right.
So there is work to do, and there is work to be done. It doesn't. What it means though is like you're not going to start shitting on the school because it doesn't cater to every need of your kid.
Yeah.
Just have to get that.
Change of topic.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna tell you guys something that we did over the weekend. Tell me if it's normal.
It's normal. Were your kids safe?
No, it has nothing to do with the kids.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Did you buy weird sex toys?
No.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You ask for the advice after the fact.
It's always after the fact. Have I told you?
What did you get into the habit of asking before?
Have I told you? I told you when my wife wanted to cut down the tree in the front.
Yeah.
She just unilaterally made the decision. Okay, we're cutting the tree tomorrow. Come. So she starts cutting. I'm like, oh, okay, man, let me just do it.
What's she using?
No, I
Chainsaw?
got a chainsaw, everything. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we'll cut the tree. So as I'm cutting the tree now, and it's not one trunk, it's those.
Well, you kept the chainsaw.
Eh?
You kept it.
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah.
Bro, if you were a true Greek, you would use it, put it back in the box, and bring it back. Right? When are you going to use it again?
You never know. So, anyways, and it's a cider, so it's like it has different.
I'm offended for Greeks everywhere.
It has different trunks, right? So I'm cutting, and at some point I'm like, I stop and I'm like, hold on a second. Are we allowed to cut the tree?
After the fact.
After the fact. Only after. So the tree went down finally. And then she's like, oh, well, let me look. Finally, there was no problem. We were allowed. But it's like, why don't we have that reflex of, searching things before? Anyway, It was my wife's birthday last week. It was in the middle of the week. We knew we were too busy with work and everything. So we're like, let's just do something over the weekend. And in my mind, I'm like, let's get away. We'll go somewhere, stay at a hotel. And when you're thinking a getaway, like it's never Montreal. It's like,
Well,
no, but
pre-pandemic.
No, this is now. No, but like,
That's why
Well,
I was
he's
saying.
associating getting away to leaving the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is interesting because it didn't bother me that much. And, the reflex we have is Tremblant, let's go to Quebec City, let's leave. Like, you need a minimum hour and a half drive away to feel like you're gone, right?
Yeah, make it a whole experience.
So finally, we book one night at the Bonaventure Hotel downtown.
Awesome.
15 minutes from the house. You know what I mean?
Hotel.
So I'm thinking, first of all, I didn't even know it was a hotel. I didn't even know. I would pass by that building almost every day. I knew at some point it was a hotel, and then they converted into offices. But the 2 last floors, they kept it as a hotel. There's a beautiful roof garden, beautifully landscaped. There's a pool that's
My high
heated.
school prom was there.
Oh yeah, it's nice. So they have a huge pool that's heated, like this jacuzzi that's the size of this room. We had a great time. It was Montreal. We left downtown. We went to eat at a restaurant, whatever.
It's hard to find.
Amazing. I think that's great.
It was amazing, but that's like it kind of clicked. I'm like, how come we just don't do this more often? Like, just psychologically, you're thinking we're in the city. Why the hell should I go pay to stay at a hotel 15 minutes away from my house?
Now you're thinking like a Greek dad.
Yeah. No, but it's
You
like,
take a bus to downtown.
you know what I mean? But it kind of felt like we went away, and it was nice. The girls enjoyed it.
You get to use a pool and
Yeah,
indoor
man.
pool.
Oh, the girls went crazy. The girls went crazy. But
think
it's like it's in Montreal. And it's like,
Take a
and
walk downtown.
my wife told me, she goes, we should do this more often. Just randomly, just find a hotel, and even if it's in the city, big deal. And she's like, it didn't bother me that much. It just felt weird to get away 15 minutes.
Look, I've done it.
In Montreal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it feels weird the first time.
Yeah.
And then you might do it a second time, and then it will probably feel weird if you do it a third time. So you're gonna do it twice,
Then it becomes a habit.
and then it's like,
what do
no,
we
because
think?
you wanna basically explore like unexplored territory, right? That's the whole point of it. So if you find a corner or some kind of like zone that you haven't really discovered, then it feels foreign. It feels like new.
Yeah.
Right. But
Well, you could switch it up. You could do it for like New Year's Eve, or-
yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you want to be really adventurous, you go to Trois-Rivières.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something.
Don't visit.
Let me tell you something.
They have a very nice delta.
And I've been to
Very
the
nice
Delta at
Delta.
the Three Rivers. Yeah, I've stayed there.
That's where that's
Because it's attached to the convention center there.
that's where it ends.
Yeah, I've been there.
And they have a nice little downtown old port style thing.
I didn't leave the convention center when I was there. So,
You didn't miss.
but now that you're mentioning these random cities, because while we were looking, I don't know, man. I think she was going through like influencers, like, I remember this one girl, whatever, that I follow. Wow, fuck, where was she again? So she went and find her. You ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Thetford Mines.
Oh, no way, buddy. I've done a project there. I know exactly what that is.
You travel
Pass me the
there?
water.
You're gonna travel to
Thetford Mines. I thought it was further than Quebec City. Apparently, it's about 2.5 hours. So I don't know if it's before or after. I have no idea. But apparently, what they've done,
Is that all?
yeah, I thought it was more, but apparently it's not. But anyway,
Is anybody gonna fact check or?
yeah, we'll fact check later.
Come on, Google, help me out.
we need to hire a guy for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be that guy.
Check Thetford Mines from here.
Keep talking.
My wife said 2.5 hours. Maybe she was lying to me, but in any case, it looked pretty cool. What they've done, they've taken like this abandoned mine or whatever it used to be, and they've converted into this resort
Sounds deadly.
where I don't know, man. Like I saw the pictures, and obviously I know not to take pictures because the picture could be doctored, it could be
Yeah, of course.
photoshopped, it could be made to look fucking
It's- it's made to
spectacular.
It's made to sell.
2 hours and 45 minutes from my place. 258 kilometers.
Hey,
from
not
me.
bad.
So
She got
from
it.
here,
Yeah,
she's right.
She's
She's
close.
about
She's
two and a half hours.
And it's very close to Trois-Rivières.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought it was further. So, anyways, whatever.
Dude, you got 2 destinations now.
So, no, but she was showing
You
me all
can
these
make it like
pictures.
go Trois-Rivières, then you go down to Thetford Mines.
Like a whole weekend.
And on the way back before you're home, you maybe hit a Granby.
So, yeah, so she's showing me all these pictures and like this resort. And she's like, look what you can do. And there's all these activities and there's a lake and this and that. And I'm like, It's Thetford Mines. Like,
Man,
the reason I know it is because at some point when I was driving somewhere, I just saw a sign pass by, and I remember seeing it. That's as far as I've been accustomed to that word. You
I
know,
remember it from I first heard about it
Thetford
in high
Mines.
school.
yeah. I did a project there. That's why I know it. That's the only reason I know it.
yeah.
No, I knew it from high school. I don't know why.
But I don't
Maybe
mind. I
history
mean,
class.
okay, maybe because as soon as we came back from downtown, she was like, "So the next time we're gonna go, we're gonna try Thetford Mines." I'm like, I don't know, whatever.
It's
yeah,
good.
sure.
Man. She's like an idea generator. She's an
Non-stop.
idea generator, and that's good, man.
Non- Stop.
That is good. Man.
Non-stop.
It spares you. Because it's hard to always be the creative side, man.
Yeah, but I don't have that at all, and I feel bad
No, but
because
think about it. In a couple,
yeah.
right? If both don't take initiative, nothing happens.
it's pretty boring. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like couch potatoes.
Look how well you have it. You just say yes, no, maybe. Let me think about it. Yes, no, maybe.
No, because sometimes the no.
You know how
I'm
easy it is
forced
to
to
be
say yes.
presented 4 options and you get to choose one?
Yeah, but when you
It's
don't
harder
want.
to come up with 4 options.
Yeah, but
man.
what do you do when you don't want any? And like you're forced, like, come on, no, we're doing this. Come on, baby, we gotta go. We gotta.
Hold on.
I don't want to
When
go.
you say you don't want any, the motivation is usually laziness.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
But
always
The
laziness.
law of reciprocity
It's not-
says
it's
you
not-
have to come up with something.
But I mean, it's not because
yeah.
of taste.
What do you have to offer? And you have always.
I know George's answer. What did we do yesterday? On the bed, the kids, the chips, the Cheetos.
Come on the podcast.
There's never anything coming from you, bro. Never. Like in terms of things to do for me, and it's not like you can't figure it out because you've seen things and you're like, oh, it might be fun. 5 minutes later, you forget about it.
Yeah.
Them, it's like mental notes. They just remember shit, bro. For fucking 15 years ago. You remember that time when we went somewhere and there was a guest at that party that we went and they told us that they had gone over there and I don't know who. And I'm like, what? Like, what? What are you talking? Like, what? How do you remember
said
this shit?
You said you'd be curious to try it.
Yeah. It's 15 years later. Maybe we can do it now. There's a discount.
No, you know what it is? It's like she went through that. There was a little compartment in the brain, and she took the file and put it there, and then hit it,
And it's there permanently.
No,
Like you don't forget
and
it.
she put a post-it.
No. It's developed. It's super developed. There's like search
She
engines.
put a little yellow tab posted. Just to stick out a little.
It's like they have like a whole search engine mechanism.
Yeah, she did a Google search.
She's
or
like,
search F.
search F.
And not pop up.
Hotels, 3 hours for Montreal. Okay,
amazing.
let's select the files. And what do we have here? Memories, things that people said, when they said it, where we were when they said it, who was around and heard it.
Yeah.
In case we need to validate it.
You
you know?
should set up a ground rule. Every time she says we should try that, say, I don't want to.
But I don't mind. It's just you're right. There's like this aspect of laziness and comfort mostly. It's like, come on, man. And you're thinking, shit, I gotta tell her that I'm gonna cut the grass or something. I don't know. I'm gonna
You'd rather cut the grass?
You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like, I gotta find something to tell her. I gotta shave. Yeah. Thetford Mines, man. Thetford Mines.
We'll do it 2 months from now because my jeans don't fit you.
And then the other day, she goes to me, and you know how it always starts. She's like, okay, you don't have to agree. I'm like, oh, fine, what is it? Gee, like when a sentence starts that way, it's like,
Turn and walk the other way.
you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be no. And they know you're going to say no, and they're prepared. Like, it's this whole calculated thing, man. So, like, okay, I know you're probably not going to like this, but I got a message, and we're not going to say the names. And she's like, what if you, me, and our other girlfriend take the kids and go spend a weekend in Quebec City? And I'm thinking,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, but I'm like,
I did that 3 weeks ago. 4.
no, you were with them.
What do you mean it was?
This is just the women take the kids and go. And I'm thinking,
Oh, just the women going.
You're against this?
no.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? I totally missed it.
Hold on,
I know.
Finish the story. This better make sense.
It's not normal that I'm like, why the hell would you go and spend? Like, I'm like, you're
Dude,
money.
you just cleared 2 days of your schedule.
yeah, man. I know it's not weird, but I'm thinking, you're gonna fucking drive 3 hours and then 3 hours back with the kid. Like there's all these safety flags that are popping
his
up.
laziness is so profound, it's transferable. Yeah. He wants her to be lazy.
You know what I mean? So anyway, so I don't know what's going on.
man.
How can you possibly not be as lazy as me? What's wrong with you,
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Ah, man.
George?
But yeah, there's
George, silver lining, George. Silver lining.
so yeah, there's like
She's
you're right.
offering you a weekend without kids. Nothing.
Oh man.
You know what the thing is though?
What thing, bro?
At the end, there's gonna be something. It's like, listen, you had a weekend off. Now, like there's a hidden, or at least that's how I feel. I don't know. She's probably
that is
she's
a-
like-
Make it sound different. Say, okay, I'll let you do it if you let me golf. I'll let you do this for me if you let me golf.
yeah. Let me play a second game this year, please. Just 1 year. Can I have 2 games? Can we evolve from 1 game?
You definitely have to remember. That's like a favor she does to you. That's a favor.
But it comes with
No, it's a favor. Meaning like 4 months down the line, it's
you
like,
got to remember.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Well, isn't it fair?
Yeah, but here's the problem. Do we even remember? We're not like them, man. We're different. We don't remember shit. We don't. How many times have you got into an argument with your wife and again she goes into those mental notes?
File the information.
Yeah, she goes into that.
Wait, before you go on. It's not that we don't remember. We remember different things.
Yeah.
They remember different feelings, things they felt.
We don't store this kind of
Things they
shit.
experienced.
Like we don't have this mental notebook where it's like, okay.
No, I only keep in here what I want to keep. Seriously. Like I have a
limited space.
Because you know what happens? You get into an argument, and you know there are instances that you can bring up and say, "Remember when you?" But you, as you're saying it, you're already forgetting. And she's like, "Yeah, when? That time? I don't know. Fuck, you did it once. I remember, but don't ask me the details. Fuck, you think I remember this shit? You know what I mean? Whereas them, it's like pop, pop, pop to the T. They know everything.
Yeah. You're very animated, man.
Sorry.
Did anything happen today?
No. It's been a very good week.
You share a lot about your relationship.
It's good. It's
I don't mind. It's I love sharing these things.
So
I mean,
many things we're gonna.
Perfect. I think we need to bring Joanna
it's
on
almost
on
done.
the
It's almost
podcast.
done. It's almost done.
I think it's
we're
time.
We're waiting
It's
for
all
you to
done.
give us a little more fuel. For
Because you know what it is? I want to hear her side.
yeah.
We only get your side. Let's hear like the woman perspective.
Yeah, her side's gonna be like, but it's fun. We should do things and with the girls and blah blah blah.
I'm gonna ask her how she feels about those imitations because they're terrible.
Yeah.
You know what else I feel? No? Like it's 102 degrees in here.
It's hot, eh? Yeah. I mean, we're 3 big guys.
I'm not sweating.
No, me neither. But I see the droplets on your forehead,
yeah.
and you're the furthest away from the lights.
I'm burning fat.
That's what he's doing.
It's working. Your body's on automatic. Your body's on autopilot, just
He's
burning
he's
away.
actually doing cardio. There's a little carpet under his feet going.
He's
George,
programmed his
you know how his laziness is transferable?
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm burning calories from all the push-ups I did. I did so many push-ups that I'm still burning calories.
That's
4 hours later.
Yeah, you're doing push-ups
Hey,
now. We can't see
Remember our argument that we had? Why running is 30% more effective?
Oh, shit,
This
yeah.
is my 30%.
Your METs are.
30%. This is my
Your
30%
metabolic
extra.
rate goes up.
Yeah. No, you're right.
it. How are you doing?
I think I'm doing good.
You're still not weighing yourself.
No, never.
You don't need to.
Not need to.
Results come.
I see it on my clothes.
They're
I
always
see it how I
visual
feel.
first. They're visual. First, they start on your clothes.
I don't know about the visual, man, because we spoke about this last time.
Well, I know. Cause
How many times does it happen?
Visuals, George.
Look, you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, "Fuck, I look good." Yeah, I definitely lost a couple pounds.
I haven't
yeah.
done that in 30 years.
And then you get on the scale, you're like, "What?"
I haven't said it in 30 years.
Because you're thinking only scale results.
Yeah.
You're thinking only scale results.
Yeah.
It's visual first. First,
I told you,
feel it in your clothes.
It's not weight loss for me
Then
only.
you see
It's
it in
health.
the mirror.
Yeah.
It's health. The scale is just a number.
We're still.
The scale is just a way to keep track.
We're still considering maybe extending it. We haven't made a decision yet, by the way, for the people listening or watching.
Who's considering? And we've established that we're not.
Oh, we're not. Oh, I thought it was
we're
still.
not.
I thought it was still on the table.
Really?
No, that's a part 2.
Oh, that's a part 2.
How are we going to do part 2?
Anyway, keep going.
I don't know. We're up the ante. I don't know. We still don't even know what's on the table.
Because in December we'll
I don't know how I feel about winning both. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I don't know. How are we gonna do this to give you guys the chance? Yeah, let's do the first
Give us
one.
a chance.
Let's do the first one and we'll see. But what would a part 2 look like? I find that what we're doing is fine. It's just that when are we gonna bring the experts on?
It's true, guys. We promised everyone
I'm
that
doing so good. I am the expert.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we promised everyone would bring experts. Yeah, I don't know.
They refuse to come. We suck.
We're gonna have to, at some point. I mean, we still have a couple months left until the end.
And you know what? If we do this well, we could do a Just As Dad Fat Loss Extreme, and we could coach people on how to do it.
Yeah, we can become their mentors.
And why not? Think about it. What's better? What's better to help you lose weight?
Yeah.
Some guy who's chiseled, looks like a Greek statue. Everything is perfect in his body.
You'll never reach
He's
that.
never had a carb in his life, right?
He never had a belly.
Or a guy that's been 350 and he's down to like 180 and he's telling you, look, I did this, I tried this, this works, this doesn't work. Don't ever do this.
Yeah, don't bother with that.
Think about it.
Yeah.
There's more value there, no? It's the story.
You have a good point. You have a good point, because how many times has has the effort failed with trainers? Because they're just, I'm not bashing trainers. I mean, I think they're very valuable, but it's like it's such a standardized program. It's like you got to do this. But sometimes it doesn't fit to everyone.
I had a trainer today, like from YouTube, right? Not a personal trainer. Just I was watching some videos,
Right.
and I put on a guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a super hot guy. I was attracted to him. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing my workout, and I hear, oh wow, that was my wife.
Wait, did you think she was talking about you?
No, I knew she wasn't talking about me.
Oh wow!
But I heard, oh wow, you know? And that's what fitness gurus sell.
Yeah,
They sell them. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. Like, look at all the products, man.
Oh, wow.
You know, like,
Oh wow.
yeah, all those.
That's nice.
All those infomercials. It's like, they're selling bands or anything, and they're just fucking ripped.
Oh, like the shake weight.
Whatever it is, anything.
Remember
No,
the
but
shake weight?
it's like that guy in the ad is like 30 minutes a day, and you know that guy trains 8 hours a day.
Yeah, it's like,
If you don't train 8 hours a day, you don't look
10-minute
like that
abs
ever.
in 2 months.
the guy's chiseled.
Oh man, but that's what I'm saying. It's like this could be inspirational, guys, if we do it right, and then we can help people do it. So maybe part 2 could be like, hey,
It's always inspirational. When you have
Yeah.
massive success, people are just drawn to you.
but that's what you want to hear. You want to hear the testimonial or testimonials of guys that have done it.
There's
When I first lost it, remember people were just fucking calling me out, bro, you inspired me, bro, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
absolutely.
And you're like, wow, I'm glad I helped him more than
course.
Yeah.
as long as,
yeah.
as along with helping myself.
There's definitely much more value you get from someone that has done it, and he's directly coaching you or giving you some advice or whatever information, because you can relate, right? Oh, fuck, you were, like you said, you're 350 pounds. Fuck, I'm not far away. Fuck, what did you do?
Yeah. And that's the other thing that we could touch a little bit upon it. There's 2 components. And I find most trainers understand the physical aspect, the easy stuff. Don't eat this, work
But
out like
for
this.
them, it's easy because they
but-
do it and they're
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's one aspect.
Yeah.
There's a whole mental side
Mental,
to it.
yeah.
It's all about
There's
the
this
psych.
whole habit side to it. There's this
all about
whole
the psych.
yeah,
It's all
yeah,
about
and
the
it's like, you know what? Once you have a guy that has gone through the cycles, the ups and downs, the challenges,
Yeah.
the bumps,
Yeah.
then it's like he's able to vocalize.
You know who has a great podcast? He started recently, I think. Ethan Suplee. I don't know if it tells you name. He's an actor. He was a big fat actor. He was on Boy Meets World, and he was on the movie with Johnny Depp where he plays the
I've seen a few
Blow.
interviews.
It was a Blow. It was Blow. He was the big guy. He always had these roles where he's the big guy.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, if you see what he looks like now,
I did.
Oh my God, you'd freak out.
Yeah.
Ripped like just ripped.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He works out. He lost a lot of weight, but you see, he fell into the trap of staying fat because he got roles like that.
Yeah.
That's what he says in an interview.
typecast.
It's like, you know what? I'm going to
was
be cast.
typecasted,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's
He
going to
had
be
a
that.
career of being the fat guy
That's
in the
right.
movie.
And then that kept him. That actually that was the block. And then once he unblocked,
He was successfully fat.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. So it's a great story. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, really cool guy. So he brings on a lot of guys. They speak about.
Can we get him on the
this.
podcast?
Oh, you know what? I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Let's send him a little mail. I don't know.
Send him a little
Let's
message,
see.
and it's like, look, this is what we're trying to do, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do this right. I'm serious, guys.
We're
Like,
3 fat guys. Maybe
no.
you can help us.
I'm laughing about it. I'm joking around, but I want to do this right. This is the time when I'm going to do it once, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I got the blueprint, and then just don't get fat again.
That's the challenge.
That's the trap.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
like,
challenge.
don't ever get fat again. And you know what? Will Smith said it. I know he's just taking it from someone else, but it's like he says, it's easier to maintain than to lose.
Yeah.
So get to the point where you got to get and maintain. And it's just like, that has to just sink in.
The problem is, well, the trick is to recognize your patterns. And when the pattern for going down that path starts to surface, you got to catch it. Because old habits will always reappear if you don't stop them before they get there.
Yeah. And we should take look. I take notes. I'm taking notes on this, and it's going to be good to share at the end. You know, at the end, this is what I did. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. Like, there's a few things that I'm incorporating that are amazing.
Like, I'm so good, I haven't even stopped eating chips. Every day I eat chips.
Oh wow, that's not what they want to hear.
I haven't even cut out chips or French fries.
Is that okay? Are you saying that as if like, look, I'm doing something sustainable because I could keep eating chips, or does it mean, or are you saying once I stop the chips, watch out?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Both.
All right, good.
Actually, both.
Good. You're gonna lose. We don't care, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just sorry, man.
So he tells me you and I are gonna weigh less than him soon.
Yeah. There was a point where I weighed less than you.
There was never any point where you weighed less than me.
Yeah.
Maybe your wedding.
No.
Yeah, there was a point.
You didn't.
Never.
You didn't weigh more than
No.
180.
Have you ever weighed more than? Have you ever weighed more than 185?
Oh yeah.
What? If I've ever weighed more than 185? Yeah.
Okay. So there was a point where I was 180 or 185, and I think you were a little bit more. And there was a time
It's
when.
impossible.
Okay, maybe. Well, it's gonna happen soon. So it's gonna happen soon.
Oh man,
Chris,
I'll just let you guys be cocky, man. It's fine, you know.
No, it's not cocky. It's. I saw the future.
Oh, okay.
I saw the future, man, and it's like you're third place. You're third place, and he's second. And it's let's go with that, man. But it's not about winning and losing. It's not about that.
Chips.
All right, guys, we're gonna end it over here for this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're gonna be keeping you posted on how we're progressing with our weight challenge. Eventually, hopefully, we will get some experts to come on and give us some of their and share some of their wisdom.
Please.
Accept our invitations.
Yeah. In the meantime, again, head on over to YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, share, follow us also on all the audio platforms. We do appreciate you. Thanks again, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.
Adios, muchachos.
Yeah.